I thought my husband and I had the perfect marriage until a friend of mine noticed something off about him and his student. We'd been together 9 years, 2 kids, a house we picked out together, painted together, argued over paint swatches for 3 weekends straight because he wanted grey and I wanted beige, and we eventually landed on something in between that neither of us loved but both of us accepted. It was us. We compromised. We figured it out. Either that was what a real marriage loved, but he's a professor at medical school. Smart, home. They call him my who never mises his mice, it always has an answer. We used to brag about him at Zeddy parties of like even realizing I was doing it. My friend would tease me about it. She'd say you talk about him like he's a mitten. I'd laugh because I thought she meant it as a compliment. She's the one who texted me on a Tuesday afternoon in October. No warning, just a message that said, hey, are you free to talk tonight? Something's been bothering me. We got on the phone and she told me she'd seen my husband at the campus coffee shop sitting across from one of his graduate students. She said she almost didn't say anything because she wasn't sure if she was reading too much into it. She said something that stopped when caught. She said it wasn't what they were doing because how he was working at her. She said she was on my husband for 6 years. Issue would never sing that stopped in his face when talking to anyone, not colleagues, not friends, nobody. I asked her what expression. She paused for a second and then said it looked like he was completely locked in, like the rest of the room didn't exist. I didn't say much after that. I thanked her, told her I'd look into it, got on the phone and sat in my kitchen for 20 minutes staring at the wall. Part of me wanted to call her back and tell her she was imagining things. My husband was not that guy. He'd never given me a single reason to question him, not once in 9 years. No nice flag, no Asian, no weird distance, not even that something was not. Well, she would think me afraid of him, nothing in your reach. Just 2 people at a small table with laptops open and coffee cups between them. Academic, completely normal on the surface, except I knew that look on his face. I had Odo on my phone from our 2nd anniversary where he was looking at me the exact same way, that specific kind of focused, quiet attention that most people never get from anyone in their entire lives. I didn't say anything that night, I just watched him. The way he laughed a little too loud at something on his phone and then turned the screen on when I walked into the room. The way he put it face down on the counter while we made dinner together and like it was a habit he'd had for years, except it wasn't. The way he went completely flat and quiet when I asked how his day was, when normally he'd talk 20 minutes about whatever was happening at work. I told myself I was being paranoid. I went to bed and almost let it go. Something wouldn't let me. It was small and quiet and sitting right in the middle of my chest, and it kept me awake until 2 in the morning. So the next day while he was in the shower, I picked up his phone. I never do that. In 9 years, I had never once gone through his phone. I didn't even know why I was doing that, except that I never ding in my chest I had to be confirmed or go away. His text were nothing, but I went into the conlog and he had come to sing number 11 times and a singing, not texts, calls, 11 of them, mostly after 9 at night. I wrote the number down. I looked it up on the university directory when he left for work. It came back to a graduate student in his department, 24 years old. I found her research profile on the university website. Academic photo, republications already, clearly brilliant and absolutely stunning in a way that almost unfair. I sat with that information for the entire day. When he came home that evening, he was already sitting at the kitchen table. I sat with Cello dinner and I hadn't until evening. I just sat there, way that he wanted in it, and meaning something was starting to titter. Back down slowly. He asked if everything was okay. I put the number on the table in front of him. He stared at it and then he pulled out the chair across from me and sat down. Not the chair next to me, across from me, like we were already on opposite sides of something. He didn't ask me where I got it. He didn't tell me I had it wrong. He didn't say anything for a long time, and then he put his head in his hands and said, I think I had feelings for her. 9 years, 2 kids, a house painted any color neither of us ever loved, and he said it like it was just a weather hose. He didn't scream and then a kind. I just still a base lily loved to her bedroom with Tulla pulling things in a bag, and how time I kept waiting for him to follow me to come through that door and take it back, and did or did.